Hi guys, this is my second reaction, and today we'll be reacting to Five Nights at Freddy, the real story. And let's get into the video. I'm running the show now. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm getting out of here. I really want to get out of here.
Five Nights at Freddy's, arguably one of the most terrifying games known to the gaming community. An indie horror game created by game developer Scott Cawthon to tell a story within a story. You might ask, what is so creepy about this pizzeria set in the late 1990s? Is it the posters on the wall that will change at random? The soft pitter-patter of feet walking towards somewhere in your direction? Or is it the static-filled cameras, the banging of pots and pans, or the mysterious pink cupcake that sits on the shelf of your desk? What is the real tale of Five Nights at Freddy's? What is the real lore behind the mask of the horror game, already filled with the ominous atmosphere and the details that leave you scrambling for your life? Your life. Why are all the details you're given in the phone calls vague, apathetic, and seem to be relevant for this new job as a security guard at the pizzeria establishment, known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza? Now this is going to be based on only the first game. Some of the things that we can conclude events, maybe from the future or past games, might also be referred to. But from now, the truth shall remain a mystery for us all. Even Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, agrees with this. So, will the truth ever be revealed? In the event of launching the game, you are brought to the main title screen, Freddy Fazbear glaring at you, static echoing in your ears as the screen flashes back and forth between the bear and the demon inside, the robotic endoskeleton that lays inside the beast of the bear. The drab office you're placed in is filled with so many things that start to lead your mind astray from the task at hand. Cobwebs on the floor and around the desk. The biggest poster on the wall shows a picture of Freddy and his friends, with the text "Celebrate" on the bottom. Small pictures on the walls of things that can't be explained. And to the untrained eye, nothing of significance. Halls on either side of you light up with the press of a button and slam shut with the other. On the right you can see a small pink cupcake that glares at us through the game with no real meaning, at least for the moment. With the flick of your wrist you can bring up the monitor with images of the one thing you wish you could forget to see. Enter Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie the Bunny, and Chica the Chicken, three seemingly lifeless husks that sit on the play stage. Within seconds of the game starting up, you hear another sound that you will forever remember. It's a telephone.
Message for you to help you get settled down your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth pop up in front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station in Breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Now we see what we might have gotten ourselves into. A haunted pizzeria, you might ask? Most definitely. Scott even confirmed it on the Five Nights at Freddy's page on Steam. But that's not all to the story, even though we're less than 5 minutes into the game. The phone guy says some key things in the phone call that gives us important details to the game, such as to keep the animatronics out of the room. If this happens, death will soon follow. But what relevance did all the other information have? Surely it wasn't just filler information, was it? In the way the phone call does give important details to the game itself, but it gives information necessary to the story, the real story. At the beginning of the phone call, there's an introductory statement from the company, stating that in an event of injury or death, Fazbear Entertainment is not liable for anything that happens to you on the job. Then it goes on to say that in this event that this happens, a missing persons report will be filed within 90 days, and the carpets will be thoroughly cleaned and bleached. First time hearing this, one might see this as information to creep you out, no? But what if we think about what we just heard? The information about this twisted and sick company. Putting all this information in the greeting for new employees shows that this has happened before. Not only some sort of injury on the job, but death. Something as horrific as to have the walls and carpets and floors plastered with blood. Yes, this is to creep out the player, but the mind isn't thinking about that. In this world, cases of horrific death have transpired with a security guard because Phone Guy is directly addressing you with this speech, but we haven't gotten to the worst of it yet. A missing persons report would be filed if something like this happened, right? Wrong. A missing persons report would be filed up to 90 days. That's almost 12 weeks or 3 months before a report is filed. But what I have concluded is that Fazbear Entertainment doesn't care about their employees. No, even worse. They want to hide something. Say you were unfortunate enough to die at the hand of the animatronic animatronics in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza? What if the company knew about the so-called issues with the animatronics? And what if they wanted to cover it up? Cleaning all the evidence of the murder, replacing the carpets, bleaching and scrubbing everywhere the evidence might be. On top of that, the company might or might not report you as a missing person for 12 weeks. And even in the incidents that the police came to investigate a supposed disappearance 12 weeks prior, there is no evidence that you were ever inside the building. Obviously, the animatronics are after you because of the angered souls of some children. But in the world of Freddy Fazbear, is the real objective to keep the animatronics out of your office and from stuffing you into a Freddy Fazbear suit? Or does the twistedness of the story root even deeper? Or is the idea to keep the animatronics from leaving the pizzeria? Having them distracted by you in a twisted game of hide and seek, and when they find you, it's game over. That also begs the question, why are the animatronics after you? Secondly, something that might back this theory up is the phone guy says that this is his last week of working in the position that you were working in, and he has been pre-recording the messages for you. But is that actually true? How many people have the company gone through before you? The time in between the phone guy and you could have been longer than just a week. The phone guy is clearly a master at his job, knowing how things work and what happens. Spoiler, you might want to click away from this if you don't want to know the story. Alright, I've warned you. Then how could he have died on night 5 after being such an experienced veteran? Just 1 week before you. This also leads me to believe that the phone guy was one of the 2 people who helped kill the small children. To hopefully help and explain how the animatronic suits became haunted, we venture forth to the camera in the East Hall, where newspaper clippings can be found and changed at random. Various clippings explain that during late June of an unspecified year, a total of 5 children had gradually gone missing at the pizzeria. Police suspected a man dressed up in a costume resembling one of the animatronics, possibly Golden Freddy or Springtraps, and implied on night 6 phone call in the second game and lured the children to the back room, where he murdered them. Soon after the incident, the company's animatronics had begun to leak blood and mucus around the facial areas and had released a foul odor likened by a parent as reanimated carcasses. This had led to the popular belief that the murdered children were stuffed into the animatronic suits. This incident, along with other incidents and health violations, ultimately led to the closing of the pizzeria, and it was set to shut down by the year's end. Thus, the horror of Night 1 begins for you, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.